Good morning.
How do you know?
I'm watching it out of the corner of my eye.
Morning.
It is Wednesday, my dudes. It's the first time. It's the first Wednesday for season 2.
Oops.
What do you mean, oops?
Mornings are we
Never
done a full week since we started.
Yeah, sure. That's all right. This is very informal.
This time we beat you guys to the stream.
Yeah, we did. We actually started like as on time as we ever have, I think, today.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully everything looks and sounds fine, so that we don't have to deal with that.
Don't tell us.
We are very awake because Allison got up and went running.
I have to. My mom is mad at me, so she's making me run every single morning.
That was, I know we literally just talked about this, but how was the...
It sucked. Everything about it was awful. Except for like, so my mom is an angry lawyer boss lady, and that's kind of her like shtick at work and stuff, so I thought she was going to scream at me the whole time. But she is literally the Bob Ross of running coaches. Like, literally the whole time she's like...
I love that.
She's like, just take some baby steps. Baby steps. No, you're going too fast. Slow down. Get your breathing going. It'll sound like this. You're too fast. Slow down. And then literally I would, like, fall behind, and then she's like, get your ass up here! But as long as I was keeping pace with her, she's like, it's all good. Just like this. Little tiny steps. Get into the rhythm.
That's great.
Yeah, like the whole thing was very weird. I was
wish
not
I could
expecting
witness it, but like she specifically doesn't want me there because she thinks I'll mess it up. Which...
No, she doesn't go. She knows you're sweet on me, and if I go, I can't breathe, you're gonna be like,
she
okay,
thinks I'm gonna defend you and let you.
You would defend me.
I know. Well, we've tried this before. I've never actually made you. I've always known you could make it all the way one direction, but I've never forced you to do it.
She made me do like little tiny jogs like this. For a mile and a half, I had to just be like, which is awful.
That honestly sounds great. That's not what I expected.
And then she's like, if you literally cannot breathe and are dying, you can power walk. So at one point I was power walking. Power walking is worse.
Yeah, it kind of is. That's true.
Real life actual power walking requires so much like thigh strength. You're just like in constant
because your leg
flex
is constantly. Yeah, exactly. You're always like flexing. At least when you're running, you have these brief moments where you're just kind of free and in the air. You don't have to be doing anything. But power walking, you're constantly making contact and like flexing your legs.
If I'm just doing like this, my feet are just sort of like flopping on the ground. Like
Shut up, Ricky.
What did Ricky say?
He said Kyle is notoriously bad at letting Allison run.
That's true. He will not make me do it.
The first time he ran was actually because of Ricky. Ricky set up like a running schedule back at the old...
Y'all haven't seen me complain. Like, I am convincing I can get out of anything. And Kyle falls for it because you love me. Works every time. Today I have...
Now I'm passing her up to her mom, who I thought was going to be like a drill instructor, but apparently is more like Bob Ross, who was also a drill instructor. Drill sergeant or whatever.
I think it's people who have to deal with the dumbest, most resilient, most upsetting people all the time. When they get a chance to just like teach something that they're good at, they aren't like that anymore.
That makes sense, yeah.
My mom literally my mom is head of the. No, I want to know. No,
you're not allowed to say.
I think I mentioned it before, but I just don't think I will. But
didn't she get mad at you for bringing it up on the show before?
No.
No. Or she specifically warned, she when you mentioned you talked about her job on the show, she was like, immediately like, what do you mean? How did you talk about it? What did you say?
You are making it more enticing for people to go back and like, I was literally trying to avoid that, and you just doubled down.
Good luck digging through those episodes. I won't even do that.
No, same. So anyway, I was thinking about doing a game today, and then I forgot. I actually, no one has any right to believe me, but I have really good ideas planned for the show, but then come like the morning of, I'm like, oops, forgot to do all of the planning.
When are you gonna do it? The night before we're falling asleep? That morning before we start the show? No.
Well, that was
neither of those are happening.
The idea was, I would do it the day before, do some prep work. I could probably just do some prep work today.
Just like during the day.
But today we're going over phobias.
Oh, that should be fun.
Yeah, we're going to discover if we have any new phobias.
Okay.
So phobias are...
Welcome to everybody in chat, by the way. Thank you for joining.
You guys are the best.
If you're on Discord and you're here because I just ping you constantly and you don't actually regularly tune into the show, I apologize. We're talking about maybe making like an OK We're Up tag.
Neverell says they like your little hair curl.
Oh, thank you. It's unintentional.
When he like has his hair like wet and gelled, he like has it back. But then there's always like one.
The Superman curl.
There's always like
out.
one curl. It's very stupid. It's not Kaneki. It's Superman. They're different forehead.
What was the first name you said?
Kaneki.
Who was that?
Reese.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
You know what? I never thought about it, but that's definitely like Kaneki is like a 45-year-old man.
Like in the movie?
No, in the movie he's a high schooler.
Right, but he's like played by a 45-year-old man in the movie?
Yeah, like easily a 45-year-old man. I think John Travolta might have been like 30, but Kaneki's
I mean, yeah, he was not in high school at the time.
Kaneki had wrinkles. Like, I never
what was
thought
I just
about
talking about? That was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies always crack me up at the very beginning because he starts off in high school and there's all these 40-year-old high schoolers walking around.
Yeah.
And like I'm supposed to believe these are children. Like he's running after a bus in the opening scene with bodybuilders and Kirsten Dunst staring at him out the window.
Kirsten Dunst. I think she was like the like bland actress before Twilight chick came along. What is her name?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Stewart. Kristen Stewart.
No Kristens. No Kristens.
Or Kirstens.
That was the worst part, was that the name was actually Kirsten. Every time, that was the most disappointing thing I ever heard. Every time anyone corrected me, like, it's Kirsten, I'm like, oh.
Ricky says every time I make it to the show, y'all talk about being afraid.
Oh, well. Themes in your life, Ricky. Alright, so we're talking about 30 most unusual phobias. Okay, this should be fun. And we're going to discover if we have any. Now, phobias aren't just like... water. Phobias aren't just like fear or like general upsetness about something. It's anxiety. It's like it's. Are you fucking kidding me?
I have it's not a phobia, but I don't like those. Keep talking. It's fine.
You made it like viscerally, just like. That makes it look aggressive. Kyle can't do like the little rubber things on top of water bottles.
I can if I have to. I prefer not to.
You're a baby. Child.
I'm the opposite of a baby. I do not like bottles.
Also, said, didn't we do this a week ago? Did we do this a week ago? Did we talk about phobias a week ago?
We talked about phasmophobia, but that's a different thing.
All right. So you're gonna decide on a scale of 1 to 10 how much you might have this phobia.
Okay.
All right. So the first one, and then I'm gonna have you guess what it is by its name. You're gonna know this one because you keep looking at the picture of it.
No, I have not registered anything over there.
Okay. All right. Arachibuttrophobia. Arachibutterophobia.
But like buttresses, like like fear of fancy spider architecture.
So here, let me spell it for you too. ARACH. Arach.
Okay.
IBUTY. Booty.
Okay.
Rophobia. So IBUTYR might be it. Ibutera. Ibuter. Arachnibuter. Alright, what is this phobia?
I'm sticking with fear of spider architecture.
Spider architecture?
Yes.
This is the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth.
What?
Yeah.
Why? What is that word? What is that Latin? Why does it mean peanut butter?
Autumn is making fun of me. A different word. Autumn is always Autumn doesn't exist without making fun of us.
He also said, do you guys have a sink in that room? Yeah, you guys should see what this room actually is outside of this one angle.
On the Door Monster Studio, I will eventually post vlogs, and in the vlogs we will have like a whole room tour. A whole house tour, that'll take 30 minutes.
Sorry, our part of the house.
Alright. This is a phobia about peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is this a phobia for you?
It's like a 2. I wouldn't say it's non-existent, but it definitely is not prevalent. It's not a fear at all, but like it's not pleasant having peanut butter stuck to your mouth.
Have you ever had it stuck to the roof of your mouth though?
Yeah, it's annoying. It's like the very tiny tip of like this. It's like the very little start of like suffocation feeling almost. It's like something is like filling your mouth uncontrollably.
You're making way more sense out of this than I ever could. That makes sense. That actually does make some sense.
But it's very. But I don't. It doesn't actually bother me that much. But I can kind of get where it would come from.
All right. Phobophobia.
That's a joke.
Nope.
Okay, so I know this isn't the fear of phobias because I've seen that somewhere else, and I don't think it's called that. Oh, it's PH or F?
It's PH.
Okay.
Phobophobia.
I'm gonna say it's not the fear of phobias because that sounds too obvious.
You said spider architecture, and people are deciding what the fuck you meant. Spiders totally build buildings.
I wasn't picturing anything. I was just combining words. Spidery architecture, maybe? Like weird buildings that are like...
Oh! Okay.
That resemble large spiders.
Okay. Alright. Nemeril says, I've literally never had peanut butter stuck in my mouth.
Ricky says, I'm afraid of scared people. I'm going to submit that as the description of phobophobia.
Afraid of people who are afraid of things?
Yes.
Okay. No, you're wrong.
Okay.
It is the fear of having a phobia.
Oh, it is the fear of having it. Okay,
yeah.
Fine. I guess I should...
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Shouldn't doubt root words.
How afraid of that are you?
0.
So that's different. That's actually higher. You. No, that's higher on my list. I hate the idea of having phobias. I'm not afraid of having phobia, but I hate the idea so much that it could be argued that I'm so afraid of having another phobia.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Doesn't it, though? Isn't that kind of what anxiety is?
I would say that's almost your strongest one, actually, if from a certain perspective.
Autumn is trying to apply peanut butter to the roof of my mouth. Good luck. Send pics, honestly. Why not?
The only way I've managed to do it is if you have like a lot on a piece of bread and you take like a big bite and it just sort of like scrapes off against it and you sort of like plaster the roof of your mouth with it. And you don't have water.
I eat peanut butter like almost like a popsicle. Like you just put a big thing on the
That's
spoon
if you
and
take
just like
tiny
lick it.
bites. I just chomp. So like
you like put a whole thing is like you just put like.
Well, it's on bread or something, but like I like fit half of it in my mouth at once. So.
Yeah, I can't actually eat peanut butter on anything. That grosses me out. Peanut butter's gross. All right, sesquid.
The squipidalia phobia?
Yeah.
Fear of words.
How do you know that?
Because hippopotamonstrous squipidalia phobia is the fear of long words, so I removed the long part and deduced from there.
Well, this site says sesquidalia is the fear of long words.
Yeah.
Didn't you just say it was called something else?
Well, there's more at the beginning from what I've heard.
Oh, okay.
They sound like they've shortened it, which is defeats the purpose, I feel like.
How are you doing on a scale of 1 to 10 on a fear of...
Fear of long words?
Yes.
I do not fear long words. Long words fear me.
Okay, Autumn is updating us on his endeavor of peanut butter. He says,
oh, good.
Okay, update on the peanut butter. It's up there, but like, just use your tongue to remove it.
Yeah. I don't understand it being a fear, really.
Ricky asked if we've ever watched Monk. Everyone's watched Monk, right?
I have watched almost exactly half of Monk. And then I didn't watch any more after that.
I think I watched a lot of Monk. I watched him through like 3 blonde assistants at least.
Is there a third one? I made it to the second one.
There's the curly-haired one, and then there's...
I liked her better.
Yeah, she's the best one. But she's not the one that he falls in love with, right?
I don't know. I didn't get to that part either. Me and Reed watched it together about halfway through and then just kind of petered off and I never got back to it.
She was like true OG, like best character, and then she left the show.
And then the woman with the kid showed up. No, the original one had the kid.
No.
I don't remember.
I think he fell in love with the second one.
I never found out what happened to his wife. That was really all I really cared about. Never got to that part.
Ricky just asked that and then bailed. Just wanted to know.
That's what Ricky does. He just drops conversation topics.
Phobophobia.
Monk is the bad guy in Spy Kids. Thanks, Ricky. What was...
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
No, he is. He's, I don't remember his name. It's Floop, and then it's whoever Monk plays, and he gets flooped at the end, or his face gets all scrambled.
You're right. Monk, okay,
He's the actual bad guy. Floop is like a puppet.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, no, that's a good point. All right. A blutophobia.
A blutophobia, huh?
A blutophobia.
A blut with a T, okay.
A blutophobia.
The fear of spontaneously inflating into a blueberry, like that one time in Willy Wonka.
That is a good guess. On a scale of 1 to 10, how afraid of that are you?
I don't see it happening, so it's very low. But if it was a possibility, I'd be very afraid. It looks incredibly uncomfortable.
I kind of want it to happen. Well, she's explode, right?
No, they like drain her or something off screen. I don't know.
It was fine until that.
They just roll her away.
It was fine until that. All right. It's the fear of bathing.
Okay. No, I don't have that.
That was kind of sad because you know that just picturing like
that was
trauma.
Sorry, that weird silence was me just picturing all the sad people that have that phobia.
Yeah.
The sad, smelly, traumatized people.
How afraid of having that fear are you?
How afraid of having the fear?
Yeah, that's what we're ranking. Well, is that what we're running? I didn't establish the scale very well.
Are you talking about if I'm afraid of? I'm not afraid of having fears. We already covered that one.
Right.
So
you're not afraid of developing the fear of bathing?
No, and I do not have. I'm not currently afraid of bathing either.
Wow.
I do not have this phobia.
What if you just like a large tub and you just sort of like sink? Why is that? Oh,
what?
This flag's like literally any swear words, which is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, YouTube's thing just auto flag stuff.
I'm missing Ricky's tangent.
Oh, he's still talking about Spy Kids.
I hope so. All right.
Oh no, he's talking about Violet from Willy Wonka. But you never see her again. Yeah. They all died.
Are you sure?
In the
Doesn't the one girl get like killed by squirrels?
In the remake, the one with the...
I don't think I've seen the remake.
No, I think you have, because that's what you're referencing is the squirrels. I'm pretty sure that's only in the... What's the actor's name? Johnny Depp, the Johnny Depp one. The
what
weird...
happens in the original?
I don't think any of them... I don't think there's sentient squirrels in the original one, are they? Isn't that the thing that was only in the second one? And
Then what would it have been instead? What happens to the bratty one?
I don't remember,
squirrels.
Actually.
It's not squirrels?
No, it wasn't squirrels. She wanted it was a different animal or something, maybe. I don't remember. Anyway, I was gonna say at the end, geese. Yeah, it's like an egg. She wanted like a golden egg or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Anyway, I was just gonna say at the end of the Johnny Depp one, it shows all the kids that like exiting. They're all like horribly disfigured for life, but they survived.
Geese? I don't remember geese at all.
They lay like gold eggs and she tries to go get it, and then she just like falls in a hole or something. It's not nearly as dramatic as being mauled by squirrels.
I remember. Wait, what does the new one look like?
I actually don't remember any of the kids from the new one.
Maybe that's
I can't picture them.
Did they do a really good job recasting
I can only picture Willy Wonka.
Oh, they did. That looks like
she looks exactly the same.
Oh my god.
I need a fast way to like throw images up on this stream. That should be our next update.
They're all on a computer. All right.
Anyway,
this is dextrophobia.
Dextrophobia?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what that would translate to fear-wise. Is that like the fear of like bending too much, like the fear of like hyperextension or something?
That's a good guess. No.
The fear of rogues from D&D.
It's the fear of having anything near you.
High dexterity.
Of having anything like next to you.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that.
Me neither.
Why does that translate?
Very much not afraid of this. All right.
So is that like the fear? Is that like similar to claustrophobia? Like, do they tie in? Is it like because you're like being boxed in, or I don't wonder what that if there's a similarity there at all?
I feel like so there's a pattern. There's a phobia for literally everything, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's really just about the names, right? This is just categories more than it is psychological
even bother
conditions.
Making names? Are there really enough people who developed that symptom that they had to name it?
They probably no. I'm sure it's like probably every psychologist wants to be credited with discovering a phobia. So the second there's something new that they can come up with a name for, they do it. Probably.
I like this one. I won't be able to say it. Cacker half. Phobophobia.
This is definitely not made easier by you attempting to pronounce these words.
I've never been good at pronouncing, like, long words. Phobia. That's correct. Phobia.
Can I see the word without seeing the description?
Oh.
What? Is it showing a picture?
No, did you see what it was?
No. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna. She's right on that one.
Yep.
Phobia. Yeah, all right, fine. It sounds like JP trying to pronounce the monster word in our X-Files video.
What was that again?
The macacua or whatever.
The macaque cow. Have any of you heard of the theory that Snowpiercer is secretly a sequel to Charlie and...
What?
What is Snowpiercer?
It's an action movie. I don't really know. I haven't seen it.
Alright, what is Phobia?
I don't know.
Fear of weird bird noises.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Phoenix Risings on this, actually.
It is the fear of failure.
Oh, okay. Like the failure to pronounce that word.
Wow.
I'd say of all the ones you've listed so far, this one's probably the highest for me.
Yeah.
If I have any of them, it's this one.
I'm not afraid of failure at all. I'm ready for it. That's all I do, honestly.
I feel like I actively fight against this fear because it's bullcrap.
Oh man, I was thinking about something this morning. Thought about bringing it up.
The jogging.
No.
Kick something.
We just started on something else. Very controversial. Don't remember.
Okay.
But it was gonna be a rant. I could feel it. I could feel it building into a rant. What the hell was it about?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't remember talking about anything rant-worthy. Hello, Tactics Lion. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. You know, our average viewers have gone up pretty significantly since coming over to YouTube. Like, it gets up to 60 every time now.
It's because Twitch is balls.
Twitch is balls. Allison 2020.
It's really weird. Oh, by the way, we're streaming on Twitch right after this.
We are. They are. Allison, Ricky, and John, at least, are playing.
I think I'm just going to be chilling in chat, but it's going to be about Genshin Impact, which is...
Yeah.
Perfection.
You're not joining in on the actual game part?
No.
Oh.
I'm just watching.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think they're playing the actual game. They're doing like
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a gameplay thing.
The Twitch is Ricky's. Are you still on Twitch?
Yeah,
are you still doing things?
The Door Monster Twitch has become Ricky's.
To be fair, our Twitch isn't balls. Twitch is balls. Like, it's very different. Oh man, what was I gonna scream about?
I don't know.
Maybe it was a minute. Here, say something interesting.
Dr. Tabor Ant says, I just randomly found you guys on my YouTube front page. What do you mean? Like this show you found on your YouTube front page?
That doesn't make any sense. So I have...
Because if I got some better stuff for you.
I have something listed down for our OK We're Up ideas.
Yeah.
One of them, like, they're all good, but I keep glossing over the fact that I wrote this down as something that we could do on the show. That doesn't make any sense. And every time I read it, I'm like...
It's like an idea you scribbled down and you don't know what you were thinking when you wrote it.
No. It says, pronunciations of diabetes. I cannot fathom the idea that...
How would that be an entire concept?
I don't know.
Are there more? There are two. There's the correct one, and then there's the Wilford Brimley one, and now we're done.
I literally have no idea why that's written down. I've been looking at this sheet for weeks.
Was it something you wanted to talk about? Was it like a game? Like, do you have any idea what it was?
It literally just says pronunciations of diabetes. I even spelled it. I spelled it diabetes. Like, I spelled it that way.
Okay. Was it like similar things, maybe? Like words that we now pronounce differently because like somebody popular said them a certain way and now we just like...
I got nothing for you. I really do not...
Trying my best here.
I really do not know how I was going to turn that into a segment.
Ricky says I can't ever find this channel when I'm looking for it.
You have to spell out okay.
It's not popular enough to show up in immediate like searches yet.
If you spell out okay, it'll work.
Does
if you
it?
spell out okay, we're up.
I'm not sure it does
YouTube,
even now.
It will work. I literally had to find it to follow it.
Okay. It's now linked at the bottom of our other 3 channels. So if you go to any one of our channels and go to the bottom, we have channels linked there. So if you ever need to get to one of our channels and don't know how, just go to the one you know.
I don't know if this is misspelling, just like...
Is just everyone typing diabetes into chat now?
Element Master said, diabetes took my wife back. I don't know if they mean it, but I really just... I'm very sorry, guys. I don't know why I wrote it. I don't know what I was thinking. Again,
Dr. Caber said he does watch our other stuff also. He just didn't know about this and found it apparently just popped up.
Well, okay, so I often, for a lot of the different things we do, like, I controlled this show to some degree. I say that. Kyle does all the hard work. I just do the ideas.
Right.
And then I
also just comes up with things and then I show up and actually do the job.
Yes. And then I also do that for getting ahead of ourselves.
Alice is the producer and I'm the entire crew.
Yes. It's literally only us, though.
Yeah.
So I have to come up with all these ideas, but if you let me sit for too long thinking about things, they will devolve. Devolve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
rapidly.
We need to, speaking of specifically that, we need to also record more getting ahead of ourselves.
How do we turn...
That was one was supposed to go up today, actually, so.
Let's turn diabetes into a segment.
I already tried. My best suggestion was like a discussion about words that we've changed because of
my friend
other
growing
people
up actually
pronouncing
had
them
diabetes, like, her whole life.
That sucks.
She's fine.
Doesn't change the word being funny. I'm not sure what you were
She always said diabetes. That's how normal people say it?
That is the way you say it. That is the word.
So no one says diabetes.
No, only Wilford Brimley, and now everybody who ever heard Wilford Brimley say that once.
I'm just trying to take over the show.
Which we have similar examples of, I think. I don't have one off the top of my head, but like it's definitely a phenomenon where people just start imitating certain things and it turns into... It's actually... Oh, you know what? I experienced this recently going back and watching X-Files.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like common sayings that I realized X-Files created because I went back and started watching it and they were saying things and I was like, really? They were saying that all the way back then? And then I realized they made that up. Like the one that I remember off the top of my head is I'm not paranoid. I'm not paranoid if they're actually following me, which is like on T-shirts and stuff, and it's like on those stupid like it's one of those stupid cute Facebook mug things, you know. But like it's a Mulder line. I didn't know that. Like it was written before the show.
There's a few really good ones.
And it makes total sense coming out of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a few things that are interesting. I bet there's going to be a lot of stuff like that, especially because of the internet now, where like people are going to say like, "It is Wednesday, my dudes," and people are just going to like get used to that, and no one's going to know where that came from at some point. It's just going to be a thing people say. Vines, I think, are going to be responsible for a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, look at all these chickens. Okay. I sure hope it does.
I sure hope it does. Wow. What a legend. People
will forget. They'll forget where that comes from, but they'll keep saying it. It'll just become one of those idioms.
Really want to remember my tangent. You want to get Chick-fil-A today?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's do it. Oh, people are gonna get mad.
Do you remember one of my favorite TikToks is the super flamboyant gay guy in the car going like, "All right, I'm finally gonna try a Chick-fil-A sandwich because everyone's talked it up, and I just want to he takes a bite and he just stares for like 5 seconds and he goes, 'Oh no.'" And then it just cuts off.
It's this guy, and he's like, "I've never had Chick-fil-A in my life, and I've never needed Chick-fil-A in my life.
Right.
But today, I'm gonna try Chick-fil-A just to tell you guys how it's not that good. There's no way it could possibly be that good." And he just takes a bite of the sandwich, and then just is like, his whole face drops, and he is like, "Oh no." And then it just cuts away.
It was amazing. Grace Huntsman says, "I keep catching myself saying that seems excessive. Is that one of my lines? I actually didn't even think about that I might have done this to other people too. By like making certain sentences that people then quote. Like, we're not prominent enough for it to become like a cultural lexicon kind of thing, the way that Vines have been. But I do wonder if...
Wait, I love Phoenix Rising idea. I'm gonna write that down.
Is that a Noam thing? Am I remembering that right?
Phoenix Rising says, Show idea. Allison goes around the internet looking for foreign memes, and Kyle has to find a way to make it funny for English speakers.
Sounds kind of fun.
That sounds amazing.
But see,
Think of other ideas for me so I don't have to.
I've done this too. I have a bunch of weird backdoor production says seems unlikely as daily lingo for me now.
That's honestly, that's one of your, that's such a brilliant line because it's a perfect response to so many things.
Yeah, no, it does work a lot. I was trying to think. There's certain things that I got from like early internet creators that I think I still. Me and John started doing this. Okay, so I've mentioned this before. I have this weird tick where if I'm talking, especially if I'm being kind of goofy on purpose and I'm talking, I naturally use my hands a lot, like when I'm speaking. Mm-hmm. But if I'm just saying weird things, I'll just sort of like lift an arm like this as I'm talking and then put it back down. I don't know if you've seen me do that before.
Yep.
Do I still do that regularly? Mm-hmm. The reason I do that is because the first internet videos I ever watched were the Clay World series by Robert Benford, the weird little blue clay people.
Yeah.
They didn't have mouths,
so
when they talked, they would raise an arm up.
Oh.
And me and John and Reed would imitate that all the time when we talked. When we were being goofy, we'd do like little arm raise thing as we were talking. And it was just mocking, but it ended up being absorbed into the way I talk. So now I will still do that when I'm genuinely talking to people. I will just like lift an arm like that as I'm saying a word.
I remember that.
Like that's how he indicated who was talking, is he would just do the arm movements.
He would, yeah, every time he had, because there was no faces.
Right, there was just a flat blue plane, and so and I still imitate that now.
Cute. That's the cutest thing. That's so adorable.
And I actually, in a weird roundabout way, I do the weird like clap thing when I'm like happy.
Yeah.
That's from my animation. That's from Diggory. I imitated the Clay World guys with Diggory, and then imitated that in real life.
I have to tell the audience that Kyle is the cutest human to ever exist. And when he is happy, he will do like a. You've seen it in community comments. You've seen it in behind the scenes.
It's not a full clap. I usually do it like this because Diggory has the little nub hands. So I don't know why I do this. I will imitate things unconsciously, and so I do this weird little thing like this with my hands closed.
Yeah, it's like when he gets like overtly excited and he's not thinking about it, he will literally just be like, and it's so cute. It's the cutest thing. But it gets better. When he's really excited, he will actually like flick his feet like this. Like when he's sitting down.
I don't know where that comes from. That's just
just like clap him together or something. It is literally the most adorable shit I've ever seen. He gets so like I've never seen a human get as like quickly excited as you do about like random shit. I mean, it's like a puppy kind of with the ears. Like, do you want to go out and get burgers? And he's like. Or I'm like, hey, do you want to watch Into the Spider-Verse for the 15th time? And his feet will just like flap. You're so cute. You are the cutest human to ever exist.
Yeah.
I don't know what chat's talking about, but I hope it's you and how adorable you are.
A bunch of people remember the clay people. That was legit. Like that was why. If those didn't exist, I wouldn't be here doing this show right now. Like the reason I do movies or internet videos at all is because that guy made those videos.
Yeah.
I attempted multiple times to get that guy in one of our videos, and it didn't work because he lives here. He lives in Texas.
Close. Didn't he move?
He did. Oh, you know what? He did. He did eventually finally move. I think he's in California now, but he lived here for a long time.
Yeah.
And I could never get him to.
We have way more energy this time than we ever do.
We were actually like when I say I reached out to him, like we were at the restaurant we were supposed to meet him at, and he didn't show up.
Woof.
Yeah, I wasn't ever talking directly to him. I was talking to one of his friends, and apparently he just doesn't wake up sometimes. So his friend didn't know where he was.
Well, yeah, he bailed on his friend too. I guess it wasn't just you.
Right.
Grace says she also does some sort of like happy, I don't know if it's the hand or the feet or whatever. Autumn says Kyla's just a cartoon character.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Someone else said, what did they say? Oh, Moonabe says, that's like my autistic flapping. Happy stimming is great. I think that's okay. Like
that's probably the closest one it is.
I thought Kyle was on the spectrum when I met him. Genuinely, I thought you were autistic. I thought you were very mildly autistic, but I did think you were autistic. So many people
I might be
who
like
watch
2%.
the channel.
I have no idea. I mean, it's...
Yeah. I mean, so many people who watch the channel that I talk to in the Discord are autistic. I would say I probably interact with autistic people more than I don't.
Yeah, that's probably true.
They're literally, like, I cannot really find much of a difference other than I will occasionally have to explain, like, what feels like commonsensical emotional intelligence things, like...
Which I was very stupid on for most of my life and didn't really, like, learn about until recent years.
Right, it was like developed empathy that I had from being in traumatic situations and also around people who had been in traumatic situations. But it's like, explaining, like, common emotional etiquette is, like, the only thing I've ever really felt like was any different with a lot of the people that I was interacting with.
Yeah.
And I also interacted with quite a few autistic people in the religious program that I was a part of. I don't know what the point of bringing any of that up was. Anyway, I thought you were autistic. For a little bit. I bet I'm not the only one. I bet other people watch the channel and think maybe you are.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. People also thought I was gay or asexual for a while, and both of those also make sense.
I also thought you were asexual, so... Trying to figure out what chat's talking about. Every time we have to catch up, I'm like, read quickly.
Ricky says, I'm eating peanut butter now, are you happy?
Just to spite the phobia? Like...
I think just because we made him want peanut butter, probably.
Well, Autumn's very detailed experience on having peanut butter stuck to his mouth is probably what enticed Ricky. Autumn says, hell, I still think Kyle is gay. I'm not entirely against that concept. Yeah, I'm not sure it's untrue.
It's not an unreasonable.
You would definitely.
It is untrue, but it's not an unreasonable assumption.
It is untrue.
It is untrue.
It is unfortunately untrue.
I'm incredibly straight for the way that I look and act and just generally present myself.
Yeah, you're actually just like you're.
This relates very hard to the John Mulaney thing about like the.
About what?
I just remember his like the. I can't remember exactly what his certain. It was like the. He's usually talking about being Catholic.
Uh-huh.
Like he'll bring it up like in the show, like I'm Catholic in case you couldn't tell from the everything about me. I feel like it's very similar. I feel like it offers very similar vibes in multiple ways.
Yeah, the I'm straight except for the everything about me.
Yeah, I think he also mentions being mistaken as gay sometimes too, where he's like, you wouldn't think I was straight based on the way I look and act and speak.
It's weird. I'm trying to think of like stereotypically gay things about you, and you don't actually exhibit any of them. You're just so far on the spectrum on the opposite side of the toxic masculinity spectrum that it's like
that apparently that just means gay.
You literally do not. I cannot think of like a single toxic masculine trait that you exhibit.
I'm gonna say that's a problem with society and not with me.
Yeah, but Ian also gets this too.
That's true.
Actually, I only get Ian gay memorabilia for
Ian is definitely gayer than I am.
Every birthday I get him something that's like it's like pride related no matter what.
You got him like the chaotic gay mug that one time, the D&D stuff.
That's a great mug. It's just a mug with a rainbow
shirt.
It's a rainbow D20 and it says chaotic gay. And he loved it.
He did.
It's okay if you're gay.
I know.
Just letting you know that. We've actually already had this conversation multiple times before we started like dating. Because I was like, hey, you can tell me anything. You can talk about anything.
Were you trying to get me to out myself to you before?
Yeah.
I didn't ever even notice that's what you were trying to do.
That's why I thought you were autistic. I thought you were just a little autistic gay boy. Actually, I never thought you were gay. I thought you were asexual.
Okay.
I thought you
that makes more sense to me.
I thought you were uninterested.
I also thought I was asexual for
Which
a
is
long time.
different. It's different than aromantic.
Right. Yeah.
I don't really remember the difference, but I know there's a difference, so here I am, being woke. So,
I'm still learning about all this stuff, really. I'm very, like...
Just Jen says, John Melanie.
John Melanie. Wait, how do you spell John Mulaney?
No.
If that's not...
That can't be. I think he has a Y. I think it's a Y.
It's EY, that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Ricky and Autumn are about. Some sort of, Eugenics, maybe?
What?
Their bloodline is weak and history will forget them.
No, that's just what Ricky says about people. That doesn't mean he's talking about eugenics.
Anna says the world will be better without them. Who knows? Let's see. What is everyone saying?
GFJ member.
Says, going back a bit, you said the claymation guy lived here. As someone who lives in a country smaller than your state, what does here mean?
Fair enough. He lived in... So he started out living near San Antonio, and then he moved to Austin right before we moved to San Antonio. And then when we were moving back to Austin, he moved to California. So he stayed just slightly away from us the entire time. But he's always lived right in, like, central Texas.
I love this comment. It's just from Nemeril. It says, Kyle is like my brother, also not gay. And I agree, you're also like my brother, who is also not gay. I know what they meant, but I just love the phrasing of it.
Except that there is zero question that your
like
brother...
Ricky, who is also not gay.
There's zero question whether or not your brother is gay, though.
There's zero question?
Yeah.
You think so?
Your brother does not come across as gay.
He got called gay his whole life.
Did he?
Well, he got called...
Well, he was probably theater-y in high school.
He was pretty.
Oh, okay.
My brother had long, beautiful,
oh, that's true. He used to have, like, Fabio hair.
And then he's pale with, like, red lips and, like, super long eyelashes. And so in high school, he was, like, he looked pretty. He didn't mean to. And then when people learned what... there was a while where this term was trending.
Are you going for metrosexual?
Metrosexual.
When people didn't have a word for guys who cleaned themselves but were still straight.
He got called metro, like it was a bad thing for a really long time, and I looked up what that was because I was also dating a boyfriend who got called metro because he wore scarves. He wore scarves.
Oh, sure,
and so
yeah.
people were like, that's metro or whatever. And he like combed his hair. And people were like, metro. And I'm like, I like my men in things other than painted khaki shorts and Guy Fieri tops. Like, leave me alone. Leave them alone. Leave men alone.
I've only ever known one person to wear scarves as like a regular part of their getup, and it was my film teacher at the Art Institute, like everyone's favorite film teacher.
Yeah.
And he was just the most quintessential out-of-the-box, like, French foreign film-inspired filmmaker you could ever picture. He was, I think, actually French, like French descent, and he just looked like a filmmaker. Like, if you picture a filmmaker in your head and you saw this guy, that's who it is. He's got, like, the correct outfit. He's always got a scarf on. He's got a little soul patch. Like, everything about him was just film. What are you reading?
Autumn is such a shit poster. Autumn says, Kyle is a bit like my brother who also isn't gay. And then Kyle is everyone's incredibly straight brother.
Keith asked if, Kyle, if you're a fan of claymation, do you like Wallace and Gromit? I actually haven't seen those in a very long time. I saw this when I was a kid, and I remember them being very impressive. But I don't know, maybe I should try watching them again. I haven't, I think, did you ever watch those? Because I know you don't like stop motion generally. You don't like the vibes that it gives.
Did I watch the blue guy?
No, the Wallace and Gromit, the English made.
No, I fucking hate Wallace and Gromit.
Really? Even those like bothered you?
It was the design. It was like the gross. I don't know.
They weren't really gross though. They weren't like Tim Burton style. It was like cartoon.
Not that kind of gross. They were like if Seth Rogen made characters, they would look like that. I don't know. I never liked Wallace and Gromit.
They were just cartoon characters.
And they always went like they only talked like.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
No. I don't know what you're remembering. Yes. He was an Englishman. He talked like an Englishman.
What? Maybe I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you picturing the right thing? Here, I'll pull up. I know the chat knows what we're talking about, so I'll just show you a picture real quick.
Wallace and Gromit, huh?
Wallace and Gromit are these two.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, I fucking hate the way that man looks. I fucking hate it so much. Are you sure he doesn't just grunt?
Yes.
No.
He's an inventor. He's an English inventor.
No.
He like builds crazy Rube Goldberg contraptions. And tries to get cheese.
You just said this wasn't like Tim Burton, and look at the cast.
Where?
Helena Bonham.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
And Ralph Fiennes.
Who's that?
That's Voldemort.
He's English. They're both English, aren't they? Is Helena Bonham Carter English?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. No. Wait.
England only has so many actors to choose from, right?
Is she English?
What about Chicken Run? What do you think of Chicken Run? That was the same creators as well as Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, I didn't like anything I didn't like anything about that. As a young child, I was very put off to all of it. I know everyone else else liked it, but everyone else also liked Ed, Edd and Eddy, so I didn't put any weight into the fact that Ricky says Wallace and Gromit scared the shit out of him as a kid. So.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
That one, I didn't get that vibe from that one.
Maybe it's only for straight autistic kids like yourself. No, I didn't watch it. Why? What were we gonna say about it?
Oh, there was a comment asking if I liked that also. I was just saying I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't remember.
Ralph Voldemort voiced the grandfather in Kubo.
Oh, okay. We also only watched like half of Kubo. I wanted to finish that too.
No, we finished it.
No, we didn't. Ash got sick that night and we didn't end up finishing the movie.
We did it again after that.
We didn't.
Yeah, we did.
What? How does it end?
I don't know. I don't even remember the middle part. We finished it. We finished it after.
We got to the part
Ash
where the
got
monkey
sick.
comes alive, and then they're like hiding in a cave, and that was about where we stopped.
The monkey was always alive.
No, it wasn't. You don't remember this movie. We didn't finish it.
I swear to God, we finished that movie. I literally just told Light the other day that we finished that movie.
Soren Ingram says the claymation is the best except Coraline. I'm on the same page with you there.
Coraline was great.
Coraline scared. How is that the one you're okay with?
No, it was because it was supposed to be spooky.
Well, it succeeded.
I know.
So is The Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's like
I watched that
it's not the
all the
same
time.
thing.
It makes sense because the
I mean, yes, I
format is
agree.
spooky,
I
so
agree.
the movie's being spooky.
It is absolutely a spooky format, so like it makes sense to use it for like weird, like creepy things. But Coraline scared the crap out of me when I saw that movie.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I was an adult.
Really? I also was. I was like 20.
It scared you?
Yeah. I mean, not like I couldn't sleep at night. It was just viscerally disturbing. Like me and Reed it bothered Reed of all people. Like me and Reed went to watch it together. And left the theater being like, well, I remember leaving and we were like, man, that went on for so long. And we found out it was like less than 90 minutes. It was like the shortest movie we'd ever been into, but somehow it felt like we'd been in there for hours.
G-Master says, Allison, I'm not sure if I can support you anymore. I have no idea which upsetting thing I said. I've said multiple upsetting things.
Please be more specific.
I've literally said so many upsetting things, it's very hard to keep track of which one you don't want to support me on anymore. If it's Wallace and Gromit, I'll try to watch it.
I kind of want to try to watch it again,
Is
too.
Is it really not like a
shot.
silent... It's not like a silent thing?
No. It's like full dialogue. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole production.
I don't know about that.
The dog doesn't talk because it's a dog, but the guy talks.
West 2 Texas. Does Allison like Doctor Who? Love Doctor Who.
Yeah, we both love Doctor Who.
Something 870 says Ed, Edd and Eddy was the worst. It was truly horrific.
I never watched that.
I've never dated a man who liked Ed, Edd and Eddy. Very few men in my life have stayed in my life if they liked Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Same, actually. I don't think I have any friends that, that enjoyed watching Ed, Edd and Eddy. Cue Ricky saying he likes Ed, Edd and Eddy.
He does, no.
I'm calling it now.
Ricky had an IQ of 160 as a 4-year-old. There's no way he liked Ed, Edd and Eddy. Well, I was just about to say something.
He's going to both agree with you and say that he liked Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Shadow Bulb says, as an Englishman, this is unacceptable. It must be about Wallace and Gromit, right?
It's a very English thing, yeah. That's why they also were asking about Doctor Who. Probably.
Ricky likes Coraline. That makes sense.
I respect Coraline, but I don't want to watch it again. Like it was.
Yo,
it was very effective.
Chat is happening. I'm sorry, guys. Trying to keep up with the anger. Tactics Line says what, but I don't know what it's about. Maybe it was Kubo or something. Chat is split on Coraline. Blah 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 blah. Sorry guys, we're so behind. You guys have so many good things to say. Talk about something.
I saw somebody mention Kipo, which is that new.
What is Shaun the Sheep?
I haven't seen Shaun the Sheep.
Is that
must
what
be
I'm thinking of?
That's
Is
a
that
spin-off of Wallace and Gromit, it says.
Was that one silent?
Maybe?
Shaun the Sheep. Oh, I have watched that. I hated that too.
Ricky said, I liked Ed, Edd and Eddy, but I don't remember much. It had no impact on my life.
Didn't one of them have like an inappropriate relationship with a piece of wood?
I don't know anything about the show. I know that it looked
I think people are just saying inflammatory things. Like Grace is saying, how can you say that? But I think she knows that I don't know what she's talking about.
They all just, well, yeah, that was the thing. Now they're all just, how could you?
Help. Emerald says Shaun of the Sheep was silent. I've seen it. I hated it. I did not like this either.
Okay, I have not seen this one.
Why are there teeth? The teeth, the mouths the teeth are just, no. I'm not doing this kind of stuff.
I used to really, really be into stop motion. When we first started doing stuff on the channel, I started it, like, the first thing I wanted to do was stop motion, because I saw Clay World, and I wanted to make my own stuff that was the same. And I think there's, like, one claymation thing still on the channel. If you go back far enough, it's the little Alfred the Slug thing that we made. What?
No, I'm just... Princep says, I thought Ed and Nettie was Courage the Cowardly Dog this whole time. G-Master says Allison hates everything. I only talk about the things I hate. There are plenty of things that I enjoy.
That's
right?
true. That's true. Yeah,
I do like a lot of things.
You like a lot. You like more things than you hate, I think. Grace Husband also says, this is also the 3 Wubbies. This is also true. I had a little thing where the
people. Okay, you guys are talking about Hippo. Hippo is really good.
We did watch some of that, yeah. I think if anything, we got a little bit bored with it, and that's the only reason we haven't watched it very far.
It's just a little slow and artsy, and Kyle and I aren't super slow artsy.
We watched about 4 or 5 episodes, I want to say,
yeah,
so far. So it's also possible we just didn't get to the point where it like picks up.
It has like a very, I think it's supposed to have like a lax tone.
Yeah, it definitely has like that same subreddit that I like, the chill vibes, whatever the thing is.
Versus
slice of life, imaginary slice of life. It has that same kind of feel to it.
It does. Versus like She-Ra, which is literally just sparkles and girl power from the get-go, which is not calm.
That's actually why we watched Kipo, because we watched She-Ra and we were like, we need more of this. And then we started that, and one of the same voice actors voices the main character, so that was cool.
Yeah, isn't it
Kipo
Glitter?
is Glitter from the Glimmer, yeah.
Alright, we need to push the button so that we can escape.
That phobia thing just didn't pan out.
What are you talking about? It took up like 10 minutes.
That's true.
No, what really took up the time was pronunciations of diabetes. What are people talking about?
I don't know.
You guys, you're so intense. You're so fast. My brain is too slow. So I think someone... Alright, Keith says, push the button. You can travel anywhere for a little to no cost, but Hobo must always go with you as your traveling companion. So... That is.
Oh right, you submitted this one last time, and right when we ended, Allison was like, "That's just her actual life."
Yeah, if I'm traveling anywhere, it's with Kyle, who is
paying for it and also literally the hobo. So
yeah, no, that's actually true. Yeah, I don't have to pay for it, and Kyle is also the hobo. You get a little like done up when we travel.
Did we lose Pufflemaster? Is he okay? I haven't seen him in a while, and actually,
I think he just hates the show. He was just nice enough not to say anything. He just hates being here. But
that can't be it.
He's nice enough that he leaves push the button. What do you mean that can't be it?
That can't be it. Why would he have been here before?
We have 300,000 people that watch the YouTube channel and 60 people here. This is not everybody's cup of tea, alright? Alright, we have multiple push the buttons. We can go through all of them.
We have a lot of them. Grace Huntsman says the world will now be claymation and adhere to claymation rules. What is the benefit to that? Allison
there wasn't
obviously
even a choice.
Doesn't want that.
Push the button, the world is claymation. Autumn says, push the button, you learn to pronounce words in the English language, but you also lose filler content for your show. Absolutely not. No way.
All I had was built on mumbling nonsense, and it will continue to be so.
If you ever thought that this show wasn't filler content, like
that is not your food. No.
Did you feed him?
I did. No.
Don't eat the cat food.
He's literally never done that.
Yeah, he has. He does it all the time.
What, you do?
Yeah.
Do you tell him to stop?
Yeah.
We have
There's so many push the buttons.
Yeah, we do.
Push the button. Be able to like Wallace and Gromit, but diabetes takes your dad.
I feel like the more awake we are, the less sense these episodes make somehow.
We should go.
How does that happen?
Yeah. We've done our best, guys.
We still got 5 minutes.
But Ricky
we did it too early.
But Ricky needs to start.
Is he starting at 9?
Yeah.
Oh, like he's starting at 9 over on the Twitch?
On the Twitch.
Okay. Allison! Allison! How are you still doing this?
Microphones are far away.
You're a professional.
I am not.
You do this for money.
I do not.
You do. I pay you.
That's true. I forgot.
This reminds me, actually, I just watched the only episode of Ghost Adventures I've ever watched, and in the middle of it, Zach Baggins' phone
Ricky
goes
is
off.
not starting till 10.
Oh, okay. So we still have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Zach Baggins' phone goes off in the middle of the Ghost Adventures episode that I watched, and the editor left it in because one of the crew members goes like, "We've been doing this for 5 years." And it reminded me of you.
So am I the Zach Baggins of the group?
No, we can't take that from Matt.
I don't know what this reference is. So.
He's the guy Matlock always imitates when we're doing ghost hunting things.
Okay. Isn't he the one he like wears like the muscle
the muscle shirt and the glasses and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He poses like this all the time.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, we already did the push the button, so we gotta go.
But we have 5 minutes.
All right. Well, I'll let you entertain for those 5 minutes. Go.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye!
We'll be back tomorrow.
Look, at least we did this show today.